This puzzle is called Drought by PulverizingPancake. I got it from the Sudoku Testing Submissions channel of the CTC Community Discord. Let's take a look at the rules. So basic Sudoku rules apply. Then we have Thermo Sudoku, which are these thermometers. Digits will increase as you get away from the circle, which is called the bulb. Um, so if we found out that this was a 4, if we found out that this was a 4, this digit must be a 1, 2, or 3, and this digit must be greater than a 4. It's saying it's wrong. It can't be a 4 on this long of a thermometer, but that's okay. We're just giving an example. So if we found, if this is a 4, then this must be less than a 4 because it's closer to the bulb and actually is the bulb. If this is a 4, this must be greater than 4. If we discovered this was a 7, this would have to be 5 or 6 because it has to be greater than the 4 but less than the 7. The other constraint is the killer cages. The digits within a cage add up to the digit given in the top left. So these two digits add up to 14, these three add up to 15, that sort of thing. And also digits cannot repeat in a cage. So these two digits cannot be the same. You can't have them both be 5 or anything like that. I think that's it. There are a lot of solves. This puzzle was posted yesterday. I was busy yesterday, so I didn't get to it. But there's a lot of solves by today, so I think that probably means it's if you get over like a 10 solves, then it's probably an easier puzzle. But it is the weekend, so maybe that's more. But so far this has a dozen solves. But I think it's probably on the easier side. So if you want to give it a try, I'll put a link in the description down below. And I think let's get started. So yeah, these thermometers are just so long, and also I am more in the good lift territory, which means I just like pencil marking thermometers. Um, yeah, so then the next thing I see is that this killer cage is a 5, 6, 8, or 9. Those are just the only two options. It's either 5, 9, or 6, 8 to add up to 14 in 2 digits. So this pair is going to have an 8 or a 9, no matter what. It's either going to be, as I said, 5, 9, or 6, 8. It's going to have an 8 or 9. This cell has an 8 or 9. This cell can't also be an 8 or 9. If we tried to make it an 8, uh, well, then this would actually be a 9 because of the thermometer, and then this couldn't be filled. So this must be a 7, which then sets the thermometer all the way back down, which is nice. And my phone is buzzing. I'm sorry, I'm going to move that off my desk so it's not quite as loud as buzzing. This can't be a 5 or a 6 any longer because of the column. And then this 5, 6 also looks down at this 8 cage. So this can't be 3, 5, can't be 2, 6, must be 1, 7, which puts a 7 over here, I guess, and puts a 1 in one of these, which puts a 1 up here. A 1 can't be in a 12 cage because the other digit would have to be an 11, so that's how I ruled that out. We have a 7, 7. Oh, probably easier. We have an 8, 9 pair in this row, so this must be a 7 as well. So this, there's 3 options for 13 and 2 cells, but it can't be 6, 7, so it's a 4, 9, or a 5, 8. And this can't be a 5 because of that 5, 5, 8. And this can't be a 4 because of this 4 down here. Removing a couple of the options. Oh, I like the symmetry a lot of this. So this 12 cage up here. Again, there's normally 3 options for a 12 gauge, but it can't be 5, 7 because of this 5, and it also can't be 4, 8. If we tried to put 4, 8 here, of course, then this cell couldn't have an option. That leaves 3, 9 as the last option. This 3 looks over and resolves that. That was nice. I like that. I like when there's an option that rules out, or how do I put this? I like when the options of a single cell rule out an option for a killer cage just looking in. That's just always a nice little thing. Um, these 3s are looking here, blocking out most of the cells in this box, so this must be a 3. No, that's not helpful. Oh, it does it again over here. This 3 and this 3 over here rule out almost everything, so this must be a 3. We have a 3 pencil mark there. Oh no, never mind at all. 4 can be in a 15 cage. Got a little excited there. Thought I rolled 4 out and was forcing 4 in a spot, but I don't think I am. Okay, well, I don't think this is necessarily needed, but let's just color these 8 9s. Uh, yeah, so the 8 9s on the end are going to be the same. Because these two 8 9s must be different, and these two 8 9s must be different, which means these two 8 9s are going to be the same. Which means we have an 8, that the green 8 9 is going to be in one of these two cells, although that's not hugely important. Yeah, I don't think coloring was all that helpful, but whatever. Sometimes it can prove, unexpected things, so it's always nice to take a look at that. I think maybe this 12 cage. No, maybe not this 12. So it doesn't, 1 isn't quite ruled out of this cage, 2 isn't quite ruled out, and 3 isn't quite ruled out. So we have a lot of options for this cage, unfortunately. Oh, okay, I see something. 1s and 2s in this middle box must be in these two cells because 1s and 2s are ruled out up here. Okay, well that's something. So where does 6 go in this box? Can't go along here because of the 6 down here. None of these can be 6s because that's how our pencil marks say it. So there's a 6 over here in column 7, which is going to put a 6 up here in box 3. Uh, can we do something similar over here? We don't have this middle digit. Can we get this middle digit? How do we get that? Oh no, we had 3 and 9 here looking into the middle, and we don't have that same situation happening here. This 1 7 gave us some pencil marks, but no digit. Okay, that's too bad. Well, this 15 cage can't have a 1, but it could have a 2, and it could have a 3. So there are a lot of options, unfortunately. That's too bad. Okay, so where do we look? Where do we look? I guess one of these two must be a 3 because we have 3s looking into box 5 from both sides. I guess one of these must be a 3 because we have 3s looking into box 2 from both sides. Oh, okay, here's something. Where do 1 and 2 go in row 4? Of course, none of these can be 1 and 2. We've said there's something else. This and this can't be 1 and 2 because of the column. So now we only have 2 cells left that can be 1 and 2. So those must be the 1 and 2. We can't have something else. We couldn't put if we tried to put a 6 here, then we can no longer put 1 and 2 in row 4. So we're going to put this as 1, 2, which takes the place of this 6 pencil mark, and puts a 6 here, which pencil marks a 6 here, and a 6 up here. What's left in this row? So one of these is going to be the dark pink. 8, 9. So we have a 4, 5, and 6 left. Yeah, if we tried to put another 8, 9 in here, then this cell wouldn't be fillable. Or sorry, this cage wouldn't be fillable. Okay, maybe that... I don't want to have multiple cells highlighted, but... or colored like that, but... Yeah, maybe figuring that out wasn't the step I needed to look at. Let's look. Is there something I can restrict along here? Ones and twos can't be here. This could be 1 or 2, and this could be. So we have actually 3 options for 1 and 2, unfortunately. What about... What's left in this column? I guess we've gotten most of this column already. So this is 4, 8, and 9, and what's the other thing? 2? Well, this can't be an 8 or a 9 because we already have both 8 9s in the box. This is a 2 or a 4. This can't be a 4 because there's, literally a 4 right next to it. And this can't be a 9 because of this 9 up here. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy and a little scratchy of a voice. I have a cold coming on. I don't really feel bad except for my nose randomly getting clogged up while I'm talking and not being nice, I guess. What can this digit be? It can't be a 1. Could be a 2, I think. Can't be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2, 8, or 9? Okay, that's not super helpful. I already marked that up there, okay. Oh, okay. Where can 5 go in this box? We have 5 looking up, and I guess 5 was possible over here, so that's why I never pencil marked in both of these spots probably. But then once I got this 1, 2 pair, and then the 6 took the other spot, whoops, the 5 is restricted. So this must be a 5, this must be an 8, which makes our greens 9 and our dark pinks 8. I don't like keeping colors around unless I'm doing like the whole grid colored, because it just distracts me a little bit, I think. We just have some basic Sudoku. This 6 was forced because it's a 14 cage, and then, yeah, just basic Sudoku, I guess. There's a 9 in here, and an 8. There's an 8 and a 9. So this is a 3, 5. Those are the last 2 digits in the box. This is a 1, 2, 4 left in the row, because everything else is paired up or just given. But I don't think we can reduce any of these options. This is also a 1, 2, or 4. So one of these is a 4. These are 1, 2, 7 left in the column, because we have to put the 4 in one of these two, so it can't be a 4. This can't be a 1. Okay, that's not super helpful for some reason. We have a 9 in one of those two. A 4 and, oh, a 4 is forced into the box now. Okay, so we have 4 looking over here, so we have a 4 in the box, which means we need either a 1, 7, 2, 6, or 3, 8 to go with it. Did I say 3, 8 or 3, 5 to go with it to make 8? So if it's a 1, 2, wait, how do I not okay, so there's a 1 pencil mark. I didn't see this for a second. So there can't be a 1 in here. So this is either, so the options are 4, 2, 6 or 4, 3, 5. If it's 4, 3, 5, it must be like this, because this is the only spot for a 3, and once we take that, this is the only spot for a 5, and then this is just the last spot for the 4. And if it's 4, 2, 6, this must be the 6, this must be the 2, because this 6 rules these two out from being 6, so this is the 6. Then this 2 makes this the 2, and this would have to be a 4. So this is a 4 no matter what. That's handy, and this will be a 4, which then takes the place of a 3 pencil mark. Nice, that's really handy. Okay, I like that little bit. Kind of figuring out this, which then gave us a little bit, and then figured right back into the cage again. Kind of a nice little, I don't know, whirlpool looking logic, at least in my head. So we have a 5. 5s go up here. That's not helpful. I'm not going to pencil mark all 5 of these cells. We have these 4 3s looking around, but I don't think that's useful immediately that I see. This 9. Oh, this is actually helpful. Okay, this 9 must go into row 2 in box 2, which means it must be in row 3 in box 1, but we have this 9 right here. So this can't be a 9, which means this is the last spot for a 9. Which means this must be a 9 because these 9s are looking down into box 7. Which then, that's funny, it's just going all the way around the grid. This 9 is looking over, and this 9 is looking down. This must be the 9. And, oh, just something down here. We can't resolve this. We're going to need help from some other digits to figure this out. What's left in this row is 2, 7, 8. Oh, this can't be a 7. Oh, no. I was thinking this digit must be in here, but it could also be the 2 itself. This digit is going to be in this row, which is going to be then, which is then going to be in this pair down here. But we don't. It could be the 2 or it could be the 8, and either one would work just fine. So what's left in here is 1, 2, 7, 8. These can't be 1. This can't be 7. This actually gives us a 2-8 pair. That's going to be helpful. But let's keep looking at this. This can't be a 2. Okay, that's not as helpful. So this 2-8 pair is going to be great. So we look at this column. Everything is paired up, or we've already figured it out. These two must be 1 or 6. Those are just the last 2 digits left in the column. And we have a 1 pencil mark over here ruling 1 out of this cell. So this is a 1 or a 6. So this is a 2, 7, or an 8. Because that's what's left in the box. And unfortunately, that's not helpful. Or at least not immediately helpful. I think we're coming down to have to mark this pretty soon. 6s have to be down here. We have a 6 over here ruling it out of row 7. Oh, okay, here's something. This 4, this 4, and this 4 mean there's a 4 in one of these 2 cells, which rule it out of this cell right here, which gives us a little bit more information. One of these must be a 6. We have these 6s looking in. Fortunately, we can't quite place it. This is all that's left of the 6s. I just noticed this. 7s are ruled out here, so if this was a 7, this would also be a 7, because they would both be 4. So if either one of these is a 7, I should say, the other one is also a 7. But it could also be switched, and these could be 7. One of these could be 7s. I don't see any. I don't know. I don't see anything that breaks either side of that or forces either side of that. So, okay, maybe we don't have any digits forced into this box, and the only thing that we know is that there's no 1, which I don't think is that helpful. Oh, and there's no 9. There's no 9 either. Okay, so that is a bit restricted. Let me look at the combinations. 15 in 3 cells. You know what? I can bring up. How do I do that? I'm not super proficient with OBS. Okay, there we go. So these are the options. Let's get them all visible at once. Okay, these are the 8 options, but we can't have a 1, and we can't have a 9. So there's still 5 options. Okay, that's not super helpful. I was thinking there would only be like a couple options left. There must be some basic Sudoku that I'm missing. Maybe I can start looking at some of these options that are something might rule out. If this is, let's see. Okay, if there's a 6, this must be the 6. So let's look at 2, 6, 7, I guess. If this is a 6, or sorry, if this is a 2, 6, 7, this must be the 6, this must be the 2, this must be the 7. I don't see a problem with that. What about 4, 5, 6? This must be the 6. Then either one of these could be 4 or 5. Huh. Okay, I think we're still a step too early for this. Oh, there's a 3 right here. Oops. This 3 makes this a 5, 3. Which then puts pencil marks here for 3. Oh, which means there's no longer a 3 in the box. How did we get this? Yeah, there's a 3 looking down here and a 3 looking here. So no 3 in the box. So we're down to just 4 options. Sorry, 4 options. 3 options. How did... Oh my gosh. Okay. Maybe today is not my day for Sudoku. Let's see. Is there anything common between all of these? Two of the options have 2, two of the options have 5, two of the options have 6. But 6 is restricted, which is nice. We took a look at those, and those seemed fine. Uh, oh, you know what? Did I take a look at 627? That doesn't actually work. I just noticed that. So if this was 627, this would be a 6 and this would be a 2-7 pair. That would actually break over here because both of these cells would have to be 8. So it's not 627. So it must have a 5 in it. We have no 5s looking anywhere near this. Okay. Oh no, we do have a 5. We have a 5 right there. So one of these is a 5. I don't know how helpful that is. One of these two is a 5. So either this is 6, 5, 4, or do I have an 8 looking anywhere near here? You know what? I'm bad at Sudoku. There's an 8 right here. This is a 2. This is a 4. This is not a 4, so this is a 4. This is not a 4. This is a 4. Because we have a 1-2 pair. So this is a 1, 2, 5. This can't be a 2. This is... Let's get rid of these pencil marks really quickly. This is 1, 7, 8. Whoops. 1, 7, 8. This can't be a 7. Maybe I only do this Sudoku today. I failed at 2 other Sudokus before this. One of them, granted, was very hard. Self-described by the setter as very hard. And I made so much progress, and then I ended up failing on it. And I gave up after like an hour and a half, and I had just not done anything in half an hour, which is too bad. Never a great feeling when you have to, like, at least for me, when I had to kind of pull the plug on a Sudoku. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be 5, can't be 6, could be 7, could be 8. Okay, that's not helpful. Okay, maybe take a look at this again. So, this is 2, could be 2, 5, 8, which would put a 2 here. This would have to be the 5, this would have to be the 8. If this is 4, 5, 6, this has to be the 6. Then these could either of these could be 4, 5. Yeah. What did I say? This was 8, 2. This would be 1, 5, 7, 8 pair. 6. Yeah, that doesn't break any. I was thinking if I could recreate something like I did with the 6, 2, 7. But I don't see it. I don't see it. What about this column? We have 6, 7, 8, and 9 left. I think that's too many options to be useful. What am I? Okay, let's just go from digit to digit because I think I'm just missing Sudoku here. Do I see anything magically from the highlighted cells? I don't think so. Oh, this can't be a 2. I don't think that matters. Okay, 2s, 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 2s. I don't see anything there. Okay, 3s. Well, we have a lot of 3s. Oh, unfortunately, 3s aren't going to get any more. There's no way to resolve this without another digit looking in or like a constraint. Like if there was a killer cage in one of these, we could figure it out. But 3s are done, definitely, until we get just a little bit more information. What about 4s? Oh, why did I... Oh, you know what? 4s forced into the cage. Once... I don't know how long this has been like this. This is a 4, which forces this to be 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, I think today, I said I was coming down with a little bit of a cold, I think. I said that, I mean, I know that I am coming down with a bit of a cold. I don't... I don't remember if I said it or not. Maybe today is not the day to be doing some Sudoku puzzles. This surely is obviously going to finish off the grid because we have no other non-classic Sudoku to do. So why am I struggling to see what's next? 5-5 puts a 5 right up there, which puts a 6 here. Which puts a 6 here. We actually have these two 6s looking in as well. So this is 3, 7, 8, 9. So this is a 7, 8, or 9, 7, 8, or 9, 7, 8, or 9. Oh, there's a 7 here. I was confused there for a second because clearly there needs to be something else going on. So there's a 7 down here looking left and right because it can't be in these two open digits because of this 7. So this is a 1, this is a 7. This is not a 1, which gives us that, which is going to give us a lot of information. This 1 is looking up. This is not a 2. This is a 2 or a 5. This is now a 2 because of the 7. So that's going to be big as well. Whoops. No. I click. Oh my gosh. I don't do it often twice in a row, but I click between the digits on the keypad more often than you would think given the size of those digits. This 2 looks over at this. This can't be a 7, which makes this a 7. This is an 8 or a 9, and there's a 9 in the column. This is a 3-9 pair, and there's a 9 right here. No, wait, what? That was just some really bad scanning. This is a 3-4 pair, there's a 4 right here. What? Okay, I need to stop a second. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try this a third time. Cameraman, cut all that out. This is a 2-3 pair, this is a 2, 3, this is a 3, this is an 8. I think that was like a 1 out of, like a 1.5 out of 5 difficulty. That wasn't too difficult. I think I made it a much more difficult puzzle than it needed to be. As you could tell from the very end, my Sudoku scanning is not the best at the moment. I'm going to blame that fully on the fact that I do not feel 100% and that I haven't eaten lunch yet. So I'm going to get some lunch and not do a Sudoku. But thank you, Pulverizing Pancake, for this puzzle. I'm glad I managed to get through it. I do like the symmetric grid. That's always pretty, and it was a fun, smooth solve. Or it should have been a fun, smooth solve. It was fun. It was not as smooth as it should have been. But when I look at the last two cells in the grid and say, oh, these must be digits that are literally placed directly next to them with a 9 and a 4. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.